Okay. Is this better? Is this because I'm showing better signal on my end? I'm showing much better signal over here. Oh, let me crank up the audio a little bit. People said the audio was quiet. Okay, there was several questions I had in the last chat before I swapped over. So first off, how's Franklin doing after the party in the liquor store? And when are the estimated release date for the plushies? So these are the plushies that I've been working on. Yes, they're relatively simple design. I did that on purpose so I could keep them affordable. Fritz, it is not a chew toy. It is not. So anyways, we were supposed to make our Christmas deadline last year. So needless to say, we're a little delayed on this. We were promised Christmas last year, and then he said, oh, it'll be done Christmas this year. They might arrive to Bunker Branding probably the week of Christmas. So they will not be in your hands by Christmas. I'm sorry. I'm never using this distributor again. I'm never going through these guys ever again. I'm incredibly frustrated. So I'm sorry. But they will be coming. Unfortunately, like when they get there, they got to go live. Like that's the thing. I can't like wait till another holiday when people are like expecting to try and get things for one. I can't do that because I can't waste the storage space in Bunker Branding and have them just sit on these for a long time. So, that's what we're looking at right now, guys. Okay. Let me see. The other questions I had: if you had to sell out or be a propaganda puppet for one, who would you choose? North Korea, China, or Russia? I would choose to unsubscribe from life. Now, Russia. Just because the Russian fanboys are so easy to fool. Like they're really idiot proof. Saw the new What If video on Pepperbox. Amazing series concept. Please keep them coming. Sorry about the audio on that first one, but we do have it fixed for the second and third one. Yes, we have 3 of them recorded. Fen, my son, just so you guys know, Fen is my son. We have adopted him, me and Mrs. Linecrosser. He is my son. So Knox and Fritz are his brothers. But they will be, anyways, he's working on the next one right now. I don't think the new chat popped up on my, I don't know what's going on with the chat on screen. The chat on screen is from the old one, and maybe I didn't shut it down long enough. No, lag has not claimed me. Oh, no, that was from the last one, huh? All right, hold on. What if by some miracle Russia captured all of Ukraine? What do you think Europe and America's game plan would be after that? That would be incredibly bad for the United States, and here's why. You got to put some history context in it. I don't want to argue over anyone's like, oh, they're fucking money laundering. There's quite literally, I can't find any proof of money laundering because money laundering is a very specific thing. It's taking illegal funds and making them legitimate. Not anywhere in Ukraine have you been able to find that. Okay, are they crooked? Yeah, some of them are fucking crooked. Russians are crooked. I'm not arguing that part. But anyways, be very bad for the United States because when the Soviet Union fell in 1991, Ukraine split off on its own, and the vast majority, like a staggering majority of Russian nuclear weapons were in the hands of Ukrainians. And Ukraine said, well, we're going to hang on to these. And the US, NATO, and all of our allies said, hey, if you give all those pieces and parts back to Russia, like take them apart and then just give them back to them, we'll ensure your safety. And that's what they did. Took some negotiating, but that's what they did. And if Russia takes all of Ukraine, we're going to see a lot of countries that the US promised to protect say, fuck that, I'm building nukes anyways. That's why it would be incredibly bad for the United States to let Ukraine fall to Russia. Just in the long-term scheme of things, because there's a lot of other countries out there that we've made promises to about not having nukes. Israel, Japan, South Korea, shit. A lot of them are in Asia. I think the Philippines is one of them. I don't know if we have that agreement with Taiwan. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If that happened, that it would just be terrible for the United States. Haley Yun, that was retracted. One of my mods got you. Thoughts on the Swedish Gripen aircraft and the Canadian deal for it is one of the few things I haven't gotten to truly testing, or we haven't gotten to truly testing Ukraine, though. I don't know enough about the Gripen, whatever the hell you say it, to make an assessment of that air platform's capability. However, I would say that anything newer than what Canada has, which is like F-18s, not even like Super Hornets, just Hornets, and they got some Growlers, would be a step up. So, I mean, yeah, I personally think them backing out of the F-35 deal, like being so wishy, like, okay, you want the F-35? Cool. You don't want the F-35? Cool. But they've been kind of back and forth wishy-washy, and it's a little frustrating. He said, turn up mic. Oh, okay. All right, hold on. How's that? Is that much gooder? Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low. You said if Russia pushes past Donbass, I have a feeling Poland steps in. Can Poland put a serious amount of hurt into Russia? Yes. Yes, they can. However, Poland doesn't have nuclear weapons. Russia knows that. And if Poland steps up, I think Russia has already lost so many troops in this initial fight with Ukraine that if Poland steps up, Russia's going to have no choice but to use nuclear weapons. And I hate that. I wish they just had a decent military and didn't need to flex nuclear weapons. You know how many times the United States has flexed our nuclear weapons after being at war for 20 years? 0. So just put that in perspective. The U.S. fought for 20 years, and not a single time did we say, if you do that, we're going to nuke you. Not a single fucking time. And we had some loose cannons in the White House. We had old fucking, we're going to find her. You know, fucking George W., right? We had George W., and then we had, we're going to find out where Bin Laden is. I'm sorry, I don't do a great Obama. We had Obama, and that was the fucking drone commander from wherever, all right? And then we had Weekend at Bernie's, and then he kind of just had the whole pull out and fall apart thing. From New Zealand, Buff is your spirit animal. Oh, that's awesome. Let me see. I got to get caught up here. HLC, I recently saw Grandpa Buff and the Nerd take off from the airbase in Fort Worth. I had never seen a B-52 before. They big bitches, ain't they? They big bitches. You know what's crazy is, and there may be some of you in here that don't know, Buff is an acronym. I don't know if you guys know that. Like, that's a term of endearment for B-52s. Buff stands for big, ugly, fat fucker. Just want you to know that. Like, but there's a reason it's been around for 70 years. It's reliable. It's efficient. It's easy to make parts for. They're robust. They're multi-use. I mean, yes, they just carry bombs, but like they have a whole plethora of explosives they can use. They have good range. Like they're a good platform. I'm currently in AIT for 94 Fox active duty. What would you say is the best way to rank up faster currently as a PV2? 94 Fox. What the fuck is a 94 Fox? Is that a fueler? No, it's a 92 Fox. Hold on. Where's my phone? What the fuck is a 94 Fox? You know what? Actually, it's all the same in the military. Okay, military in general. Number 1, volunteer for shit. And number 2, be good. Like, that's the thing. You go to any organization in the United States Army, and 10% of that unit, and any vets in the comment section, tell me I'm wrong. 10% of that unit, whether it's a platoon, a division, a company, it's always 10%, are driving the bus. They are the ones making everything happen. Everybody else could quite literally wake up dead tomorrow, and that unit is still going to operate exactly the way it's supposed to do. Wolfram, shut up. I'm not wrong. Well, maybe it's different in the Canadian military, because y'all just be wild, man. Oh, man. I would just say volunteer for stuff and do everything well. Work hard. Like, honestly, right time, right place, right uniform, right attitude, you'll rank up super fucking easy. It's cold in Michigan? Yeah, fuck that noise. I'm actually in shorts today, but I was at the gym. I hit a new PR for squat. My legs hurt a lot right now. My PR, you guys can talk all the shit you want to, but my new PR for squat is 275 pounds. I was pretty proud of myself. I was like towards the end of my workout too. I tismed out earlier on your green screen playlist. Did you know Buff's voice got upgraded from the lower, drowsy, froggy version to become more nasal and snarky? It changed near the end of 2023. Yes, when I initially launched the character of Buff, he was a whole lot more like this, and like that was just what he went with. And if you watch like the first season and couple episodes of Family Guy, and then now, all the characters have changed. They've been refined. So I don't disagree with you. You're absolutely correct. Did I get that HIMARS building kit I sent from Amazon? I didn't know that's what it was. I have a pile of stuff over here on the chair that I have, like, I don't want to open anything until I start until I'm ready to record. But it's all, I have stuff over there. If you send it to me, it's over there. Okay, HL. Oh, shit. Oh, it did that thing. HLC, can you help me unsubscribe to Life? I love all your content. Please don't. Please don't, man. Don't do the enemy any favors. Look, I don't know about y'all, but one of the things that always motivated me throughout my entire military career was remembering that somebody out there wants me dead just because I'm an American. And I don't know about you guys, but that pumps me straight up. Like that, oh, I'm ready to go now. Now I'm going to do everything just to spite you. Like, I love that. So, can I bug your radartism for a bit? I'll do what I can. What would the reason be for rotating flat bar radar on land similar to ones on ships? So, the flat bar radar is most likely, it's not a Doppler. It's probably a phased array radar, X band. The purpose for it would either be, depending on what it's attached to save room and space. That makes a lot of sense. Usually systems like that are used for air traffic control, or sometimes like high observable detection or even low observable detection, but at shorter ranges. I don't think that because it's rotating, it's probably not an air defense system. Yeah, guys, just so you know, a lot of air defense systems, at least the good ones out there, don't rotate. They're directional. It's wild. I know, trust me. And I agree with you. It's actually wild. Like I didn't know that shit until I got into air defense. I would probably have to know a little bit more about the radar itself. I don't know a great deal about ship radars. Like I don't like the Spy 7, Spy 1, Spy 6. I don't know why they jumped from 1 to 6 to 7. 7, the US doesn't even have. I think the Brits have that on one of theirs. 7 is made by Lockheed Martin. The 6 and the 1 are both made by Raytheon. Sorry, Raytheon makes better radars and C2 systems, command and control systems. It's just the way it is. Lockheed Martin makes better stealth aircraft. Okay. Who was it? Northrop Grumman makes great bombers. I'm just telling you the way it is, okay? Santa needs a mounting point. So I wish I knew more details, but it's definitely a phased array radar, which is basically just a radar that has steerable pencil beams or steerable beams. They're electronically steerable to keep it from running into things. But I'd have to know a little bit more about where the radar is located, what it's on. And I'd probably have to dig into like some of the flat bar radars on board some of the ships. Because I haven't really fucked with like situational awareness radars, sensors. Mostly I'm like air defense sensors. So I'm sorry, I wish I could help you out there a little better. Australia was used for nuke testing, but wasn't allowed to have the tech. Yeah. It's gooder, much better. Audio better, yes. When you killed the first stream, the next video was Nick raging about communism. All I'm going to say, guys, is either today or tomorrow, the next Kind of Consensual is going to go live. And you are absolutely 100,000% going to want to see that. My audio got fucked up. I don't know what happened. This Rodecaster Pro that I bought, it just every once in a while it's just like we're gonna fuck up everything and we're not gonna function properly. I don't know why it does that, but let me see. Rich and Nick and Eli all go off for about an hour about taxes. Nick goes off about something significant for about 30 minutes, and it's not communism. Yeah, no, it's a good time. It was spicy enough that I sat there quietly for like 20 or 30 minutes until I just interjected and hey, Nick got up to piss and I was like, I love spicy Nick. It was good. Stealthy US Crater Maker number 2, CIA hit me well. The FB-22 Strike Raptor. I have never even heard of that. And I know there's going to be some plain autist in the comments who's like, how have you not heard of this? Look, man, I don't know what I don't know. That's the way it happens. If you guys go to Canada, come with. Oh, I mean, I got my passport and stuff. I want to go up to Canada. I got a brother in Detroit, and I'm thinking about going through the Detroit-Windsor Tunnel. I want to go up to Canada, and look, if you're in Windsor, Ontario, I need to know where to get good poutine. I don't know what good poutine is. I don't know what is required to be good poutine, but it sounds delicious. Okay, Wolfram, my friendly fucking neighborhood war criminal up there in Canada has explained to me the details of good poutine, and it sounds delicious. But I can't just walk into a restaurant and say I want poutine and know that it's good or bad. You can't get anything good in Ontario. Well, I tried. Any news about the activation of 35 F-22s adding to the fleet? I have not heard that at all. I know that they were trying to keep more of them mission ready, but I think we only have like 190 total. If they're making them again, that is huge news. Poutine is Canadian nachos. Poutine's not as good as I think. It sounds delicious. It sounds like something I would fucking eat. Canada canceled Jack Daniels. Yeah, I heard about that. If I could ever revive the Comanche helicopter, and do you think it would have a place in modern combat? I'm trying to think of what it brings to the fight that you can't, like, everyone's gonna be like, well, it's stealth, right? It's low observable. Yeah, but there's a trade-off. There's a trade-off. The Apache can see a long way out, and how much ammo and weapons can you really carry in a Comanche without increasing the radar cross-section exponentially? I know it has internal weapons bays, but like how much can you actually put in there? I think the Comanche would have a good use in special operations with like 160th Special Air Operations Regiment, the Night Stalkers. I think it would have a good use in there. Those are the same guys that crashed the stealth Black Hawk that no one knew existed until we killed Bin Laden. I love it. But I think having those as gunships to cover the guys going in doing sketchy shit would be a really good use for it. As for a frontline fighter in wartime, I don't think that's really his place. This is bail money for Frank. Get the kid and have him repeat a slur from Puff. Listen, okay? He didn't get jailed. He's got friends in high places.
He's talking about me.
No, I was talking about the B2. Oh, dude. All right, sorry. It was like 3 or 4 voices back to back real quick there. Wolfram, I agree, fellow war crime brother. Oh, poutine is the greatest thing that ever happened, but the downside is you have to go to Quebec. Okay. It's easy to make. You just put mozzarella cheese curds on the fries and gravy and done and eat. Well, that's the thing. I mean, could I make my own? Yes, I could make my own. But like, I want real Canadian poutine. Like I've had shawarma in the Middle East. I've had it. I've eaten goat in the Middle East. Gave me dysentery, but I had it, right? You want to, you know, if I go to Mexico, I'm not going to order a cheeseburger, right? I'm going to get the real damn thing. So if you go to Canada, I don't know what else Canada's known for aside from maple syrup. Poutine, maple syrup, hockey, and as of lately, surrendering all their freedoms. That's pretty much what Canada's known for. I'm going to get a DM from Wolfram for that one. Oh, that's going to be, oh man, he's going to kill me. Hey, HLC, quick question. You have the buff bring up the plane in World War II that had 6 bazookas that unalive people. Please, it sounds like a buff thing. I know what plane you're talking about. I can't remember it off the top of my head. But I might fuck with that one. The one that they strapped. Wolfram goes, war crime incoming. Mooses, yes, there's mooses. And decent whiskey, yeah. John Walgier, thank you so much. How racist can Buff be?
Listen, there was a couple episodes of the HLC State of Mind over on Pepperbox. Yeah, that would have ended this channel here real fucking quick.
So, let me. Y'all see this motherfucker? Fritz is on the big bed. No, stay there. Oh, you squeezed out a fart. Oh my God. Oh, you're dying inside. You're fucking dying, bro. Oh my God. Holy son of a bitch, dude. Oh my God. It won't go away. Dude, I gotta kick on this fan. Oh my God. You're gross, dude. I love you to death, but goddamn, you're gross. When the Franklin plush drop, it's going to be probably after Christmas. I am so sorry, guys. That's why I didn't launch a Christmas sweater this year, because I put everything, all my eggs in one basket for this goddamn Franklin plush. And I'm trying to get it out as quickly as I can. Knox, why are you so gross? And why do you like small beds? You guys see this face down here? Can you say no to that face? I can't. All right, go on. You can go lay down. Oh. Roommate said it was like mustard gas. Apparently my intestines committed a war crime. Jesus. Reporting late is the drunken raccoon. Oh no. Franklin, I told you to get in the hangar and do stuff. Do I see Lord of the Rings getting shown in theater again? Is it? I've seen it. Or like I've heard about that, but I wasn't sure it was a real thing. Have I seen Franklin the Turtle memes? What does the kid think of that? I saw the one from the Secretary of Offense or whatever you talk about. Okay, that's actually a great time to bring that up. Okay, in the video today, I really wanted to make it clear that like just because somebody's unarmed or not a threat in that moment does not mean that they are not a threat forever. Okay. I'm not picking one side either way. What I wanted you guys to get out of the video today was there is an argument to be made either way. One, they were no longer a threat, or two, they were a threat previously and they will continue to be a threat no matter what. Like there's an argument to be made either way. Okay, I'm not here picking sides on that. Okay, now I'm an all or nothing person. I really like all or nothing. Okay, so to all these politicians and presidents and stuff like that who are like, you know, this is a war crime, this is wrong, we shouldn't be doing this, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, that's cool. Let's do this all or nothing. How about from now on, we will attempt to apprehend the suspects. We will do that first. If a single U.S. service member is harmed, Venezuela gets nuked. That's my deal. All or nothing. Look, if we go to stop them and they stop and they don't shoot at us, cool. I'm good with it. Hey, let's arrest these guys. Let's process them. But if you shoot at U.S. service members, your whole country gets eliminated. I'm a very all or nothing person. I'm good with whatever. But that's also very, please release the Epstein files. I'd like that too. Is China going to invade Taiwan in 2027? When I talk to Ryan Macbeth, he seems very convinced of this. I'm not sure. MacArthur wanted to do it to China. Oh, MacArthur wanted to do a lot of things, and I don't like MacArthur. Dude, your video today almost made me choke on my pizza buff for life. Look, I'm gonna be totally real with you guys. Sometimes when I start playing buff, he says things. And I don't even intend on those things. Like when I start thinking about it, like I'm just like, this is the point the buff is gonna make. And when he says it, it just goes so much worse, or there's so much more to it than that. So I want you to know that I didn't even have the Captain Racist thing planned. He just did it, okay? I really just wanted him to be like, ooh, pick that one, and then I was gonna end the video. But he just kept going. And I was like, well, it's pretty funny. I'll just let it ride. You don't play buff, buff plays himself. That is, yes, he's in charge of his own lines. I suck at assembling an AR-15. It was my first time, man. I also sucked at assembling a computer the first time, but yes. And you saw that video, man. I had a good time doing that with them. So I took the T-Rex figure that I provided one of my mods. Yes, I saw that with me. Had to explain it to coworkers that are almost at retirement age. Yes, I saw the one. Did you make that? Did you like 3D print that? Or where did you find that? Oh my God, it's so good. Did you know Germany tried to make a heli in World War II? No, actually I didn't. I knew they tried to make a lot of wild shit. D10 pin isn't that bad. Look, dude, can I conscript my own buff British militia? The Brits might need a militia sooner than later. Yeah. It's called dissociative identity disorder. Yeah, no, he's like totally in charge. When I'm like, when I think of these lines, because I don't really write them down. I just like, this is the kind of where I want the story to go. And like, I'll have a couple of jokes in my head. Like I need to get to this joke. I need to get to this joke. I need to get to this joke. And then I have my notes, and my notes will have like news stories that I want to go over, and I'll kind of like prioritize them in my head and stuff. And I have a rough outline of what I want Buff to say, and I cannot tell you how many times I have to either cut things out or it just goes so much deeper than I expected. Like I expected just a quick little boop and like move on, and Buff just goes so much harder than I was expecting. But I did not know heli or the Germans tried to make it heli in World War II. Why do you not like things named Ghost? Ghost Bat, Ghost Shark, never get the mention, or do you hate Australia building shit? Listen, I have nothing against the Ghost Bat or the Ghost Shark. I just haven't talked about them. I have things against the Ghost Eye. That is my problem. I have an issue with the Ghost Eye. Oh my god, man. Oh my gosh, I'm way behind. Sorry, guys. Did I see the new test flight of the NASA jet? It looks so familiar. No, I have not seen the new test flight. Is that the one that's supposed to be able to bring cargo anywhere in the world in like an hour? Is that the one? I was reading about it, but I don't know if that was. I got my first AR, and it's an M16A4 with a dissipator barrel, 16-inch. Question: M7, M9, or OKC 3S bayonet? Which would you get? I think the ones that we had were M9 bayonets. Might have been M7s. They thick. They real thick. Like, and they're serrated on the back. Like, I would not want to get plugged with one of those. Anna Markey, how you doing? Can't wait for you to finally make Uncle Hustler. Buff's cooler little brother who became a movie star, retired early with millions in the bank. Yeah, you Canadians. Oh, I just got the text. You got it from a Barnes & Noble. Now I'm going to have to go look at my local Barnes & Noble. Gas, gas, gas on the mop gear. Bro, they're butt to butt. If they both toot at the exact same time, like look at the little camera up there. If they both toot at the exact same time, it might supernova my game room. Okay. Please explain the ridges on the wings joke. My wife and I Googled it, and she's a history teacher, and she didn't get it. Please help Wise One. Okay. The ridges on the wings is a reference to the ridges on the sides of a coin. Now, in US currency, you'll notice that the 25-cent coin, right, our quarter, has ridges on the outside of it. Most people don't really know why the ridges are there. Well, they were there because some time ago, individuals were doing what was called coin clipping, where they would clip off the edges and then melt down and sell the raw materials. Or they would just sell the raw materials as however much, right? There was a lot of different demographics doing this. However, in the world of like jokes, the ones that were kind of, at the forefront of it and like the ones that people talk the most shit about are the Jews. So they were also, I think, prosecuted the most for it. So that was the F-35 joke. That was, should have let Buff explain it. No, I don't want to get banned on live, you bastards. Oh, man. So that was Buff's joke about the F-35, and we had to put ridges on the wings before we sold it to him. So yeah. Sorry. That one, it was a little bit of it was kind of a several layered joke, but I thought about it and I was like, I don't know if there's a way that I can explain that better without just kind of outright saying it. Oh, hey, there's something behind me. Yeah, it's a big old fat dog. There's a safe back there. I wonder what would happen if the B2 decided to sober up, for want of a better term, and lock in World War III, I guess. I think he's going to go the opposite way in World War III. He's going to get just so far gone, he doesn't even know who he's bombing anymore. We absolutely need to have AK Jesus as a character. So right now, I do all of my filming right here in front of this camera. I've talked to Eli Double Tap, and he's going to help me try and refine the process so I can have people send me remote videos with statements and things that I can clip into a video. So that's my goal. Also, I suggest visiting the Glenn L. Martin Aviation Museum. It's off the beaten path, but they do rare restorations, the B-26 production airfield in Baltimore County. I haven't heard of that one. I know that some of, like obviously the Ohio one, they're being fucking stupid, but there's one in Arizona. I think it's Pima Air Museum. I haven't reached out to them yet. Right now, I've been just so busy this year. Can we call Americans with Tism Hold on, I want to read that right. Acid Americans. Yes, we can. Dude, I saw a meme the other day and I should have shared it. It was so fucking good. It was like somebody like someone took the screenshot from Tropic Thunder, where Ben Stiller's like on his knees and there's like bullets, whizzing through him and stuff like that. And it says, when President Trump adds autism to the LGBTQ, and all of a sudden I'm gay. Oh, that got me, man. The internet is undefeated. It's so good. Oh man, anytime I think like we've peaked as a society, the internet just throws me the other way. It's so good. And as a Jew myself, I died. Okay. All right. Hey, I'm glad you guys found it funny. I thought it was a good joke. Buff thought it was a good joke. But yeah. Okay, here we go. Hello, HLC from Sweden. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, that's German. Sorry. Fuck. I don't know. B58 Hustler is the GOAT. I'll have to look into it, Anna Markey. I know you love. Are you able to explain Joby versus ACHR platforms? I've not heard either of those acronyms before. I'm sorry, I'm unfamiliar. Oh, NASA jets can break the sound barrier without the sonic boom. Yeah, the X53? X something. Yes, I've heard of that one. I didn't know any details about it, though. Oh, let me see. Don't check my pager. Oh my gosh. You silly. What are my thoughts on December update for War Thunder? What modern vehicle would you like to see in War Thunder that isn't currently in the game? Isn't the December update the one that comes with the F-18? I'm trying to think what's not in War Thunder right now, because they have a ton. I don't know. It's a little bit insane to me. Someone let me know he's behind. Yeah, I'm way behind, man. I'm trying to get caught up. Dear Mr. Buff, what is your Mount Rushmore of slurs or insults?
That one right there is gonna have to be behind a paywall. And it's all N-words.
I'm so sorry. No, I can't. Oh my God. All right. What am I? Okay, sorry. Oh shit. Does that thing. NASA jet can break the sound barrier without the sonic boom. Yes, I have read about that. I don't know all the details. I gotta look into it. Anyone else see the stain on HLC's collar? There's a stain on my collar. I mean, I did work out in this shirt earlier today, and I hit my PR for squat. What's up? What's up? What's up? The Super Hornet and MiG-25 are both coming to War Thunder. Huh. Love my gun building video. Man, I was trying. I'm not very good at that. Charles Carpenter, a.k.a. the Mad Major, Bazooka Charlie. He was flying the L4 Grasshopper. His story is a buff story. Please have him bring it up. That might make a good HLC state of mind. Weapons, if you're in here, give me that story. I know Nick made a video about it, but I don't know if I could actually add anything to it that he didn't. Boop. You do not boop me, the Alpha Badger. I boop you. I'm going to boop you right in your... I don't know. In your dick hole. I don't know. If they were throwing you in the loony bin, you'll have material to study for a good century at this point. Stay strong, man. Dude, I'm waiting for it. They're going to be like, you guys are... Yep, he definitely had multiple personality disorder, and you guys all enabled him for years. You should not feel good about this. I've been waiting for that to happen. Pima Air and Space Museum or the Plain Cemetery. Yes, or the Boneyard. I don't know do they let people tour the Boneyard? I'm not even being a smartass. Like, I know it's out there in Arizona. I think touring it would be awesome. My brother's a collection specialist at the Santa Fe Military History Museum. Give it a visit, please, for Habitually Fat. Love your stuff, man. Santa Fe. It's been a while since I've been up to Santa Fe. Santa Fe is nice. It's expensive, but it's nice. I may have to go check it out. Would everyone on Pepperbox be down for a golf cart rally race for a YouTube creator clash? Look, all I'm saying is I have talked to Eli. I don't know when this will happen. We're all so fucking busy. I've talked to Eli and Cody, and there are very few people on Pepperbox who are car geeks. I'm one of them. I grew up around cars, hot rods, 4-wheel drives, fucking motorcycles. Like, basically, like, I grew up, my mentality, and this came straight from my dad. If you saw that video with my dad where we built the gun, you know exactly, like, I'm not lying, is that if it doesn't have boobs or a motor, I don't ride it, right? Like, that's just the way it worked. So I talked to those two, and I was like, you know, if we get time, we may just do it as a special every once in a while, like maybe a couple times a year, but we should do like the grand tour style with just us three. And like, we can just have cameramen with us, and we'll just get like hoopties and go do dumb shit in random countries. And they both seem very open to the idea. So I would love to do that with those two. Is the kid my Christian Bale Batman voice? No, this is my Batman voice. The kid, well, he kind of progressed from Buffalo Bob. Like the whole, would you, sorry. Would you do stuff to me? I don't know if I can say those words. But yeah, or Buffalo Bill or whatever. I'm a gimpy gearhead. Sorry. Venezuela accidentally touching a U.S. service member. Later, the United States military cowabunga. It is then. That's basically what it is. You know, if we send the army, it's like, hey, you're gonna have a hard time. If we send the Marines, it's like, you're gonna have a hard time, but gayer. It's a very. There's a Marine who just heard that watching this, and he is trying not to piss his pants laughing. That's probably, he's gonna go try and get a shirt made of that. That, like, the Marine Corps, it's like war, but gayer. Like, it's somebody right now is losing their shit. Yeah, your boop failed. I will never look down. Oh, you got me. All right. Someone goes, yes. Ms. Lancaster, if you see this, I tried telling Ethan about the candle sale for you. I really did. I know, I saw the candle sale. Look, if I go to bed or Bath and Body Works without her, she will lose her damn mind. That woman goes in there and spends so much money. Inside the Pima Air Museum is another museum for the B-17. Sometimes they have a 101-year-old B-17 veteran that spent time as a POW visit and sign his memoir. That is fucking awesome. I need to find out if he is still doing that, and I would love to go meet him with Nick. That would be so cool. I want to hear the stories about just a B-17 full of Chads slapping the living piss out of Nazi Germany. Like that. Oh, God, yes. It'd be like, you don't got to hold anything back, man. You want to talk shit? Say it. Say it with your chest. Let me ask about Boneyard visits. I know a guy. Gamer Valine? I'm here for it. Valine? I think that's how you say that. Should have had Brandon roasting you why AKs are better. He's probably going to watch that video, and he's going to have an aneurysm. You know what you should do next for you guys? You know how he does the angry gun meme review or something like that. I will try and get a couple of clips of that video and just kind of put them out there into the world, and you guys can meme them. I'll find some memeable videos there or some memeable shots and just give it to you guys. HLC, leak something classified. No. I don't even know what's classified anymore. My shit is like, I feel outdated all of a sudden. I feel really, really outdated. How much to say Russia's mom name is Linda? Why would her name be Linda? Is there a joke there that I'm missing? I mean, I'm okay with it, and you ain't got to pay me for that. I don't know if Linda would be the name that I chose. Long live Franklin. Sorry about him becoming housebroken. Now I got to have Brandon help me build an AK. I would love to do that. I would love to learn to build an AK. I don't know how to, but I'm going to build an AK. I'll just fucking tell Brandon, like, hey, Ethan sucks at building guns. You should teach him to build an AK. I told you about the illegals in Fort Lee. Yes. Illegal, yes and no. They were brought here during Operation Allies Refuge, Afghan Welcome, Allies Welcome. It changed every damn week, the name of the actual operation. And that probably is a great testament to how poorly it was executed. We had no idea who the fuck we were bringing in. It's so frustrating, dude. It is so frustrating when you see what happened, like in real time. Rich is gonna drag you back to boot and have his boots mock you over your inability to assemble an AR. Hold on, Phoenix. That was way higher than 10 level, you son of a bitch. Brandon shows us how to build an AK habitually fat. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Listen, Linda, that actually is a good little quip. I might run it. You'll never know. So what you're saying is they need to be deneutralized and sent back. So it's a hard ask, okay? Anything you do is going to affect people adversely. Anything you do with the Afghans that we brought here, especially now.
Would you intercept me?
That being said,
I'd intercept me.
So I found out Detroit now has a 15-foot-tall RoboCop statue on display. Grabbing Franklin, a fifth of Fireball, and going on a Grail quest to get a selfie with a raccoon and RoboCop.
I saw that earlier, that they have a RoboCop statue in Detroit. It's like made out of iron or steel or something. It's fucking cool. I don't care who you are. That's cool. So when it comes to the Afghans, okay, anything you do, somebody's going to get upset about. Are there good people who came here? Yes. Yes, absolutely. 100% absolutely. Okay. That being said, they're already here. All of them are already here. And we've had a problem with 2 out of, I think out of all 150,000, like 105 or 112 or something made it here into the United States. Some of them went to Canada, some of them went to other countries because they had family there. I think that since they're already here, we should utilize the resources and investigate everybody. Look into who they are. What are your ties to the United States of America? Did you actually help us, or do we have no idea who the fuck you are? Since they're already here and they're not causing any issues, that's the deal. Now, if we find out that they did not help us, were not entitled to the benefits they got and all those things, that's fine. I'm not saying send them back, but here's the deal. Now you have to reapply for citizenship in the United States. That's it. That's all you have to do. We're taking that away. You got to reapply. You were not part of the people who helped us. You're already here. So you tweeted us. Oh gosh, I'm here for it. I'll have to check it out. Oh, damn it. I was trying to read that. U.S. Air Force here getting stationed in Pakistan for a year. I hope I can catch these streams live. You're getting stationed in Pakistan? We have a base in fucking Pakistan? Dude, every time someone tells me where they're stationed, it's so weird. It just, because I didn't even know Kyrgyzstan was a country until I was standing there. I remember like we landed in Kyrgyzstan and I was like, what is this place? And they're like, it's Kyrgyz, and like no one else knew what the fuck country it was either. They're like, because Kyrgyzstan, if you've never read that country, there's a Z in there towards the end, and it's not spelled right. It's like Kyrgyzstan. It's wild. Right? We didn't even know this shit existed. And then like I was standing there at a smoke pit and I was like looking, I was like, man, them mountains are fucking tall. It was like some airman was like, yeah, those are the Himalayas. Where the fuck are we? Like, it was wild, man. But Kyrgyzstan was the shit. When it comes to the air bases, Manas, Kyrgyzstan, top tier. My mom is Russian. Her name is Linda. She loves Buff. Okay. I mean, if you, yeah, you want Buff to give her a call?
Listen here, Linda. You want to have some conversations? Listen, HLC is happily married, but I am unhappily divorced.
I'm sorry. I'm not reading that out loud. The alphabet badger. Wow. You guys just figured out that I am dyslexic. Hey bro, doing good? I am. I was good on my diet all week. I worked out all week. I can finally bench 2 plates. So I know this is the thing. There's going to be guys out there like, that's it. That's all you can bench. Look, you know what I found out that I didn't know was weird? So I benched 225, right? I did it. And then like I told some of the unsub guys because they gas me up, right? They're all about like their buddies succeeding, and you need to find a group of people like that, right? So they're like, if you work hard and you do something and you achieve something, it doesn't matter how small it is, they're gonna gas you up. Those are my homies, man. I fucking love that. And I told them, and it's like, I know it's not much, right? It's not a big deal. And she good on my diet. This damn lie, bro. I was starving all fucking week. You shut up. You shut your goddamn mouth, man. I'm just way too far gone. But anyways, and so I did that, and then I told everyone, and my son, Fenjamin, is his full name, Fenjamin. He was like, that's actually really impressive. He's like, I can't do that. I was like, yeah, no, I feel like that's like a baseline for grown men. And then Aiden, the one who rolled up somebody and pulled him off the stage in Chicago, was like, no, that's actually really impressive. Like only 5 to 10% of men in the world can do that. And I was like, bullshit. I looked it up. I feel like 225 is like a baseline. Like I feel like, okay, 225, you started working out. Like that's how I feel it. But I don't know. I haven't really like worked out and like worked out hard and benched and like tried to hit these PRs in a long time. Sending love to the buff.
And I'm sending it back to you. It's gonna be in a jar and smell kind of funny, but I had plenty of pineapple.
I'm sorry. See, I was just gonna say like the initial part. He kept going. That was not me at all. I don't work out about 225 would bring me to my limits. It really depends on what you do. If you have a very physically demanding job, like, construction workers, guys busting tires, things like that are really physically demanding, that's probably well within your realm of possibility. The stand means people off. You right. I have a feeling what happened to those guardsmen won't be the last. Bringing unvetted refugees was a bad idea. We have to prioritize who helped us. I don't disagree with you at all. And I think that, when we brought them in, I didn't think it was going to happen immediately. I was like, these people aren't going to immediately be a problem. These people, that's kind of fucked up, but they're not going to immediately be a problem. It's going to be a couple years down the road when they either fall on hard times or something isn't the way they like, and they finally get fed up, and then they're just going to go back to their tribal ways and start hurting people or doing something very questionable. Our cultures don't really mix very well, and that's not any shit talking against them. We just don't. Our cultures don't mix. Like, look, when people say America has too many mass shootings or we attack people for oil, I don't even get mad because that shit do be true, right? Like, absolutely it's true. So when I say people in the Middle East have sex with farm animals, don't get mad. It do be true. Literally everyone who deployed to the Middle East has a story about it happening, okay? Like, everybody. I've seen it. It was a goat. It wasn't a donkey, but I've seen it. They have a very different value of life compared to us. Actually, that is probably the best way of looking at it because it blew my mind. This happened once. There was a kid. He was killed, not by us. Stepped on a pressure plate. It was probably one of the more traumatic things. I didn't see it happen. We were there after the fact, but anyways. And we went and told his family what had happened, and his dad was like, "Oh, thank you," and just moved on with life. Like it was nothing to him. It was wild, man. It was insane. Delay. Is JD in here? Oh shit, we got JD in the house. It's a Pakistani base doing State Department stuff. Oh, super secret squirrel stuff. Wait, shit. Am I in trouble, man? You're with the State Department. You're in here. Am I in trouble? I feel like I'm in trouble. Want to know who's the stand guy and what all the countries named after him? Hate, freedom, and bacon. Dude, it's wild. People over there don't like bacon, freedom, chicks in bikinis, things like that. But yet they come here where we have all that shit. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone should be entitled to live their way of life. This is the thing. If you want to come to the United States, yeah, somebody said JD. Yep, there he is. They do be doing that shit. See, he gets it. JD gets it. Good to see you, buddy. Actually, JD, I gotta fucking text you. I have a question. There's something you dealt with that I'm at risk of dealing with, so I want to touch base with you and see kind of how you went about it, man. But I'll shoot you a text here probably after stream. Good to have you here, though, man. What was I about to talk about? Oh my God. Oh yeah, no, I was getting at was the people moving here and having a very different way of life. That is fine. You want to move to the United States? The United States is the land of opportunity. You work hard, you dedicate yourself, you will succeed. comma, however, here's the thing. If you don't own the business, you don't get to make the fucking rules of the business, okay? Obviously, within reason, there are some things that should be illegal and things like that, okay? Just like if people aren't part of your faith, you don't get to tell them what they should or should not do. You can advise them and say that I don't believe in the way you are living your life, but you cannot fucking berate them, right? You cannot control them. That's the way America has been built forever, okay? I think the entire, okay, when it comes to religion in general, doesn't matter Islam, Judaism, Christianity, Catholicism, any of them, right? And when it comes to religion in general, I have always been adamantly, this may be a hot take, I've been pretty against forcibly trying to convert others. Now, if somebody comes up and asks you about your faith, hey, I'm curious, what do you believe in? That is a perfect opportunity to share the word of your God, whatever that may be, with them. And try and, in your belief, save their immortal soul. Okay. That is a great opportunity. A lot of people need that. And I encourage you to continue to do that. But if people don't come up to you and want to know about it, you shouldn't be yelling in their face and telling them what they're doing is wrong. That's kind of the way that I look at it. JD. Exactly. That I 100% agree with. I mean, it may be a hot take. I think that if more people were allowed to kind of believe in things their own way, maybe certain religions would be growing faster and others wouldn't be, I think we should all go outside for a walk and maybe grab... They don't know the W word, but they know the T word. The alphabet badger, alpha badger, you son of a bitch. You should make Buff a hardcore robophobe. Is that a thing? JD Vance? I mean, JD Vance would not be in my chat. However, JD Delay, in my opinion, is also equally as fucking awesome. Okay? This is the thing. My level of awesomeness, and people are like, oh, I can't believe you, blah, 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 blah. I know my bias is a little bit more conservative. I do have some liberal ideals, and those are my own personal beliefs, and I don't tell anyone who's wrong who believes otherwise, okay? But I do love somebody who kind of leans into the shit show. So when he immediately on Twitter, when he's saying, I don't give a shit what you think. And then he does the meme for Halloween. It's top tier, man. I loved when Obama did that shit. Not talking shit, but when he would dunk on somebody, I love it. JD goes, I'm the VP now. I'd vote for you. I would vote for you. Can you imagine that? Every police department just gets federal funding for a wood chipper. Just saying. I would love for my tax dollars to go to a wood chipper. Okay. I would 100%. If someone is hey, we don't know where our tax dollars go. And JD was like, look, I'm running for VP. And whoever wants to be a president, or you want to be president, I don't care. And he's like, my entire platform is based around getting federally funded wood chippers to every single police force and throwing pedophiles in there. You have my vote. I don't care about any other issue at that point. That is my vote right there. JD goes, wood chipper 2028. I'm here for it. I'm fucking here for it. I love it. It's always good to have you in here, JD. Have you or Nick considered coming to the National World War I Museum and Memorial in Kansas City, Missouri? It's been years since I went to Kansas City. Been a hot minute since I've been back in high school, but it was a great experience. I didn't even know there was a National World War I museum there. I would love to come and take a look. I'll reach out to them. Look, if anyone's willing to play ball with us, I'm here for it. I need to email the guy. But we got one lined up in January, and there should be a Habitually Fat going live this weekend. It's hard to line up all our schedules and get us out to these places. So we try and knock out a couple of them at a time to just save ourselves for at least a month or two. The strength is probably from pushing around the military equipment. My stuff on the flight line was 1,500 to 2,000 pounds. My leg press max is almost double my squat max from years of repetition. Hi, weapons. Oh, you're another weapons guy. Or girl, guy, gal, whoever. Person. Non-binary toaster oven. Apache attack helicopter. Oh, wait, we don't have to do that anymore. You're a dude or a chick? Why are you licking the bed? I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I saw it. We got 5 minutes. It is not Protocol 4 yet. You have 5 minutes. Frosty the Snowman is on? What? Oh, damn it. I hate it when I do that. Did you or anyone you know go on patrol on a Thursday night in Afghanistan, and are the rumors true? Man, love Thursdays. I will tell you, they are true. However, they are very tribal based. Tribes are the ones who do the Man Love Thursdays. I don't remember who it is. I don't know if it's the Pashtuns, the Dari people, the Farsi, the Kuchis. And yes, they're literally, that's not YouTube. Get mad at me if you want to. They are nomads and they are called Kuchis. And they were all around fucking Malajad, Afghanistan. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, Man Love Thursday was a real thing. That's a real thing. Those are 100% true. You come to my place, you do what I do, so long as no one gets oof. Vice versa as well, until your place says it's good to do bad stuff to kids. Wait, until your place says it's good to do bad stuff to kids. Yeah. So here's the thing, man. And I tell my wife, and she's like, no, you're okay. She tells me I'm a good person. I don't believe her. Okay. I do, like, when she says it makes me feel good, but like, I don't entirely trust that. And like, I think she's saying it just because she's my wife. But my little shred of humanity that I keep a hold of is it doesn't matter what country. I don't like when stuff happens to kids or animals. Don't like it. Matter of fact, yesterday, my neighbor's dog, her name was Maple. She got loose. Like they were on a walk and she got loose and ran out and she was hit by a vehicle right in front of our house. And she was killed. And like, my wife was leaving at that time and she came and just beat on the door because the neighbor lady, she asked, she was like, can you get your husband? And I shot on over there and I ran up there as fast as I could. By the time I got there, she was already gone. And there was nothing I could do. So yeah, I feel really, really bad for them. Save the kids, save the goats. I don't disagree with you, JD. Yeah, that happened yesterday. That was a little rough, man. I don't like seeing things happen to kids or dogs, man. Kids and dogs. Well, kids and pets in general. Not a big fan of that. Sorry, guys. That was a kind of a downer. My bad. I wanted everyone to know. That happened yesterday. Yeah. And then they have a 3-legged dog still. Maple was it was like a brown and white mini Australian Shepherd. She was adorable. She was very much an Australian Shepherd, like had her people. But I liked her. She never let me pet her. She couldn't really get away after she was gone. So I helped move her and stuff. But yeah. No, that's awful. Poor Maple. It's the worst. I love my dog more than most people. Oh, I'm telling you, if something like that had happened to Knox or Fritz, I would not be streaming tonight. I would be a wreck for at least the next 2 weeks. I would be inconsolable. Those dudes are my best friends. They are absolutely amazing. I'm all about that life. I love dogs, and me and the missus, we're not going to have kids, for some medical and some personal choices. So we're just not going to have kids. So pooches is what it is for us. But yeah, kids and dogs, man. If you make it to the New Mexico National Museum of the U.S. Air Force, I see NM and my brain immediately goes New Mexico. Sorry. Dayton, Ohio, you should take a trip north to see the Waco Museum in Troy and the Armstrong Air and Space Museum in Ohio. Wapakoneta. What? Yep, that place. She wouldn't let you pet her because she didn't like your beard. Probably. I mean, hold on. I met her before I had a beard. Bit late, but just put up the Christmas tree today. No shit. I have still not put mine up. I was, today I found out my wife's car had a screw in the tire, so they had to order a fucking, because it's had a slow leak. And I was like, all right, we'll take it in. So then we had to do that. And then we had to run on over and pay the property taxes. That was $1,000 that just went bye-bye. Not for this place. or a rental that I was working on. Well, I'm still working on. Bit late, but just put up the Christmas tree today. Oh, sorry, that was the one I just read. Bring the pain. The hell did I click into? You clicked into shenanigans. Any first kill stories? The only thing I've killed is morale. We'll go with that. My bad, so I tried Battlefield 6, the launcher dogs first to fire. Oh, I do love my launcher dogs. Here's the reality when it comes to bringing the pain, okay? I'm a realist. I know I cannot do my job as an Echo, or a former Echo, without you tangos, without you launcher dogs. I know that. I'm fully aware of that. However, at most places I've been in CENTCOM, the launchers are not far enough apart, nor are they far enough away from the radar. So I'm fairly certain that if I have to salute a threat, salute a queue, fucking any of that shit, I'm going to barbecue launcher dogs if they're down there reloading my launchers. Like it's a shitty position to be in, but they won't let me move the goddamn launchers. Anyways, I digress. Is it Protocol 4 time? Wapakanita. I think I just got a text from, might have been Phoenix or whoever. Okay. You guys see, he is buried. Look at little Fritz up there. He is fucking just buried. But as soon as he hears this. Oh, there it goes. Take it nice. No, that is your brother's. There's a bunch of crumbles in here. So, take it nice, Fritz. Oh, God damn it, you tried to bite my finger. Yeah. There you go, boys. There's my good boys. Fritz, you want to come up here with the daddy? This is my son, Fritz. I birthed him. I pooped him out. And then I nursed him to life with these. Yeah. Fritzy, what if you didn't have a seatbelt? Okay, here, put your paws down. Put your paws down. Okay, you're fine. But what if I took away the seatbelt? Okay. We'll put your paws back down. Fritz is awesome. Like, I wasn't really a big fan. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't really a big fan of the small dog or the hairless dog, but Fritz is pretty awesome. I gotta grab your brother. No, you're not gonna eat the fucking plushie. All right. Come here, Buffalo. Come here. Oh, here we go. Oh. There you go. You want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi? Speak. Good boy. It's okay. Good boy. Good job. Good job, my best bud. All right. We're going to get you down. Oh. All right. Good boy. All right. Now I'm covered in... yes, the living earwax, Nick. You had kept it. Yes. But yeah, I played Battlefield 6. Sorry, I didn't... First got that British broccoli hair. Oi, bruv. Who you talking about with my hair, isn't it? Sorry. Oh, man. Good to see you too, Malika Mays. I don't know how to read. Property tax equals forever tax. Yes, however, I do have my 100% letter from the VA, which means that the house that I live in, wherever that might be, in the state of New Mexico, those are my property taxes. If you're 100% through the VA. Talking about playing Gears of War E-Day. You thinking about playing? I did not know there was an E-Day Gears of War coming out. I haven't played Gears of War in a long time. If you're ever unfortunate enough to end up in the San Fran Bay Area, God, I hope not, visit the Intel. There's an Intel museum? That's actually really cool. Hey, do me a favor, Phoenix. Get me Gamer Valine's contact info. Seems like you know people. I'm all about that life. If Nick won't travel, just do museums with the missus and take your son to film. Oh, talking about Fen? My son Fen? He is my son. Protocol 420. Yeah, bro. Let's fucking do it, man. don't trust China. China is asshole. I have a video going live tomorrow on Pepperbox and Sunday on YouTube. It's my next HLC's classroom. China shows up. It's not about China. It's about something else, but China shows up. And I couldn't help it. Yeah. You started teaching. You're right. So much fun. Oh, I'm telling you, teaching is so damn rewarding. It really is. I don't know what like demographic you're teaching, but like for me, teaching in the Army, I love teaching people. Because it's just there's like you can see it. It's the weirdest thing. You can see it when it clicks in someone's brain. It's the most rewarding thing. They're like, hey, I have changed this person's life for the better. And so many teachers get like a power trip, and I don't get that because it's my job to help you understand. And like people who are like, well, if you don't get it, you don't get it. It's a you problem. That's so dumb to me because it's so rewarding when you help somebody like learn how something is. I love it. He doesn't need to do the 420. He does the point at Roxanne. Look, okay, so Wolfram, Phoenix, and I were playing Star Citizen. I play Star Citizen. If you play as well, I have an org. Join the Discord as long as you're over 18, but I have an org. And we were out using my mole because I like industrial shit. I literally just bought a reclaimer because I'm stupid. But anyway, so I got a mole. And I was 3 sheets to the wind. I had been having one of those gummy things. And yep, Phoenix, I was just hauling ass heading towards something. And I was not paying attention. This is why you don't drink and drive or gummy and drive or any of that stuff. I was driving, hauling ass. And all of a sudden...
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
More love for the buff from CO.
From Colorado. Where at in Colorado? I'm from Commerce City. Were you at the Denver show? I had a good time. But anyways, and I glazed over. I was at full throttle, 1,000 meters a second. And I think Wolfram might have not been paying attention. He might have been looking at his phone or something, kind of waiting on me to get to the next rock. And Phoenix, it scared me. I was so far out of it. It fucking scared me. He just goes, rock, rock, rock. And right about that time, I kind of like looked and actually looked at the screen, and my headlights, I was hauling ass immediately, like face first into a fucking asteroid that destroyed my ship. And yeah, I was, they both thought it was funny. When we went back there to retrieve like our items from our dead bodies, my dead body was embedded in the asteroid. Like we couldn't get to my body because it was embedded. But yeah, speaking of Franklin, do you see the story from Virginia about the trash panda? Yes, I did. And it was in my video today. Bring the pain. Did you not watch my video today? It's okay if you didn't. It's okay. We still love you. 100% something, all right? 100% canard. You're a canard, Wolfram. Love the vids. Keep them coming. Buff is forever.
Everyone knows I ain't going nowhere.
You have learned him. You have learned it. Yes. Do I like Avenged Sevenfold? Yes. I used to love Avenged Sevenfold for a long time. When the Rev died, they kind of fell off for me. But like me and my buddies in high school, we loved Avenged Sevenfold. I think the first song I ever heard from them was oh my god, what the hell's the name of it? Backcountry. There you go. And then went through all the like their old stuff, and then they had what was that new album or came out while I was in high school, fucking 20 years ago almost. Critical Acclaim was on there. Like they had some back in the day they had some really good music. They have a new song. I'll have to check it out. Hold on, where did that person say Mandy Lorian? Did you say where you're from in Colorado, where you're at in Colorado? Just, you can give me a city. I don't got to, New Hope Center, Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Y'all should do a habitually fat there. Is there something there that is confusing? What is my Star Citizen org? Just join the Discord. As long as you're over 18, I'm there. I'm here for it. Half of chat is like, nah, I never done that before. Nope, nuh-uh. Old man has cancer. My sister finally got him to eat gummies. Number one, I want to say I'm sorry for your dad. Cancer sucks. It doesn't matter who it is. Okay, it would have been kind of funny to watch Bin Laden get cancer, but you know, whatever. Or Stalin, Hitler. There's a few others I can think of, but cancer fucking sucks, man. But eating gummies, dude, it helps out so much. It really does. So I got to tell you guys this. Last Friday, I don't know if I said this on the last stream. Was it last Friday or the Friday before? Friday before. My father-in-law, well, stepfather-in-law, my wife's stepdad, he partakes in the gummies as well. And he's like, hey, Ethan, you know what we should do? Because every Friday we go over to NMSU, New Mexico State University, right here in Las Cruces. And if you wear crimson, if you wear NMSU colors, the buffet is $7. It's fucking great. And it's like 2 full rooms full of just food, right? It's great. It's wonderful. And, Colorado Springs. Okay. I've been down there a few times. I was stationed at Carson once. But anyways, and he's like, Ethan, we should take gummies before we go in there. Really make sure we get our $7 worth. Feel purposely ignored. Army dude, how are you being ignored? I'm still scrolling down yet. But we went in there and I was like, I don't really feel it that much. And then I realized what I was doing. And what I was doing at that point in time was I had just made a fresh waffle. And I was in the process of putting soft serve ice cream on top of it with most of the room looking at me. And that's when I was like, that's the gummy. That's what that is. Okay. That was, yeah. It was a good time. It was a good time. HLC's former Army sub-average reading skills. That's true. Have I ever been hunting what, for, and where? Yes, I used to hunt a lot growing up as a kid. I was, my dad would take us, well, first it was mule deer when I was real young. And then we did elk. I don't mind like big game hunting, elk, shit like that. I've never hunted like moose or anything else real big. But I just don't like gutting. I don't think anyone who's sane likes gutting. I don't mind like quartering. I don't mind skinning. Like that doesn't bother me. I'm just not a fan of gutting. Never been a fan of gutting. And then as I got a little bit older, dove, duck, pheasant, quail, like tons of fucking waterfowl. Rabbit, I've done like coyotes and things like that. That's amazing. How chocolate chip waffles with ice cream. Oh, I'm telling you, if you are stoned, even if you're not stoned, getting a fresh waffle made, like you get the batter, you put it in the waffle iron, it comes out, it's nice and hot and crispy, and then you put that bad boy right underneath some soft serve ice cream. Top tier. Top tier. I was very proud of it. But this is the thing. I feel like some of the people staring at me in NMSU as I was doing that were jealous because they didn't think of it. It was delicious. Mimesis. Meese? What? There's a red versus blue reference? Did I? Oh, yeah, shit. Caboose. I just realized that. The Navy pay me to play golf and get drunk. God damn. I want your job, homie. The Navy is weird, man. If I would have known that the Navy treats people like adults slightly more than the Army does, I probably would have ended up joining the Navy. The Army, you perpetually have a leash up your ass. It's insane. Mises. Mises. Yes. The mooses want the food because the food is the eat is it. I've seen that. Was that Brian Regan? Yeah. Astalatin. I don't know how to say that word. Thank you so much. Moosin. There's a flock of moosin. Very much many moosin. The moose want the food because the food is the eat is it. Use the crested on waterfowl. He probably would retrieve them. He just wouldn't bring them to us. He would probably love that shit. Lumberjack, if you're still watching, we care about you. I don't know where. Yeah. Is Lumberjack cool? Is it good? Army Strunk. It's, you spelled that wrong. You spelled S-T-R-O-N-G. Nope. I'm Army Strunk. S-T-R-O-N-K. And that's like kind of where I'm at. I want to lift heavy. I don't really care too much about looking a certain way. Yo, I got to tell you guys this. There's a girl in my gym. Okay, first of all, let me back up, okay? Happily married man, all that stuff, right? Today in the gym, every woman in there, for some reason, one of the tightest up, like in their asshole shorts in the world today. And it was incredibly distracting when I'm trying to do legs. Okay. Maybe Friday is just the, hey, everyone show your butthole day. I don't know. But there's this girl in my gym. I don't know her name. I've never spoken to her. I've never said a word to her. I don't know who she is, right? She's kind of attractive. She's fairly attractive, right? That's not the point that I'm getting at is, bro, she mean mugs me every time we're in the gym together. And we both go at the same time almost every single day. And she just, I don't know if she just mean mugging me or everybody in there, but she is mugging. And today, the only squat rack that was open that had a bar, because a bunch of the squat racks were empty, had no bars for some damn reason. The only one that had a bar was right next to her. And I was like, man, I don't want to be over here. And she like was doing her workout. I didn't say a word to her. I didn't even look at her. I was doing my own workout. And then she rolled out. And I like in my head, I was just like, man, the fuck did I do? Someone saying RBF, that might be a thing. That might be real. I understand women don't want to get approached in the gym sometimes. So I respect it. But like me, I'm an empath. Kinda, right? When I see that, I immediately assume A, she just thinks that I'm a douchebag, or B, she's seen my content and knows that I'm a douchebag. Okay. I really just like, and maybe one day I'll get the courage to just be like, look, I don't know what I did to you, but I'm sorry. I have no clue why you hate me so much. If you don't know who I am and you're just doing it, I'm Ethan, by the way. Hi, good to meet you. But other than that, I have no clue. I'm thinking about that. Yeah. Russian sub losing parts, please. So sorry you got eye candy all day, bro. It was so distracting. It was just very, very distracting. And then for some reason, every machine that I used, they wanted to be directly in front of me. Directly in front of me. So I was on the Stairmaster. I did my 10-minute warm-up on the Stairmaster. That's what I do. It's a good way to get the body moving, juices flowing, stuff like that. Boom, 10-minute warm-up on the Stairmaster. Cool. Right in front of me. There's one. I was like, God fucking damn. So I'm like trying to watch Sports Center and shit. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I got my music in. I had a couple of calls from like different people. I answer so many goddamn calls in the gym all the time. And then I go from there. I go to the leg extension machine. And boom, right in front of me. And right next to me is the leg curl machine. Boom, one of them decided to use that. I'm like, God damn it. Fucking leave me alone. Like, I got it. You want to like paint it on clothing. I get it. Cool, fine. Do your own thing. But like, just leave me alone. And then I go on over to another leg curl machine. Boom, right in front of me, a different one. I'm like, oh, fucking damn it. And then I go to what are the ones where you like, you bring your legs in, and then the other one, you bring your legs out. Those ones I used to hate, but those actually get the groin really, really strong. So I've been doing a lot more of those. Places not to work out. They know you got that YouTube money. I make sure, hey, I got a silicone ring so I can wear it in the gym. Because guess what? I make sure it's very clear. Look, you guys got to understand. Lumberjack, you still with us? You good? But yeah, I make sure to wear it because like I don't even know how to speak to women. I don't know how I got married. It's like my wife showed up and she's like, you're with me now. Okay. I'm sorry. Is that her? Hello, beautiful. You want to come in and say hello?
No, I want to get this dog out of your hair.
Come on in here.
Dad.
Come on. JD was in here earlier.
Really?
I don't know if he's still in here.
I want to get this dude.
Come on, just pop in here and say hello.
I'm gross.
You're beautiful.
I'm gross.
You're fucking beautiful. Get your ass in here.
I'm gross.
Listen, if you don't get in here, I'm going to beat you later.
I don't do that. It was sucking out garbage from the other house.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Gross.
Yeah, I started my chat and then it was all jacked up, so then I had to shut it down and then fire it back up. So we're only in an hour and 19 minutes right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Dogs. Anyway. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, go Knox.
Yeah.
Go take those dudes out and let them take a shit. I'm concerned about how bright your lights are. I can clearly see you. I had to turn down to 1440p. Please fix. Yeah, it's because the way my desk is set up, there's not really any good place to put light right in front of me. So I need to get like a bar that goes on the bottom of this monitor and kind of like points up at me. Because these two are showing like they're, yeah. Sorry, my bad. Hey, Mrs. Dog Wrangler, bro's not getting out of the allegations. Knox got jealous of the lack of attention, bro. He's big about that. He needs all the attention. Does she get along with Buff? I've considered breaking out the voices in the bedroom. Haven't done it, but I've considered it. You need a dog named Smokey. Dogs dropping a deuce seems to be a persistent theme there, bro. Did one of them shit in here? It doesn't smell like shit. That's why I was like, did one of them shit in here? Also, I wanted to thank all of you plops. You beautiful plops. I got this here. I kept it here. I haven't hung it up yet. They make them smaller now, but this is my 100,000 plaque for Kinda Consensual. So I want to say thank you all so much. Mrs. HLC should voice a character. She's been the AWACS a couple of times. So I want to say thank you all, you beautiful plops, so much. I like that. I like that YouTube does that. I wish TikTok did stuff like that. Like, you know what I want to do though? And I might do it. Either commission one or maybe try and learn to do it myself. I want to get a wooden play button for 1,000. I want to put up a wooden one for 1,000. I think that would be funny as shit. Get into hole. Yeah, I got to hang that up. I'm going to probably, on the other side of my safe there, that's probably where I'll line everything up. I got one right there. Actually, this needs to come up a little to show that the top of that one. There we go. But yes, CNC it. I might want to get a wooden one. For what? I think it's hilarious. What is my favorite weapon I've used on a deployment? The M2 heavy barrel 50 caliber machine gun. Like, out of every weapon that exists in the world today, without question, the M2 is by far my favorite. Don't get me wrong. There are some other guns that have, you know, like better qualities and things like that, or they're handheld, and 50 cal isn't. But I love. It is everything that an infantryman or just a ground pounder wants in a weapon system. It's big, it's bulky, it throws big rounds, it's robust, it fires better dirty, they're hard to break. Like, they are just really one of the best weapon systems, at least in my personal opinion, that have ever been made in the world. Like, I just, period, point blank. 240 Bravo, I do love a good 240. Like, if we're talking dismounted weapons, something you got to carry, 240 is where it's at. I do love me a good 240. Now I only need a gold one. Hey, I'm trying, man. Y'all, look, this is the thing. If you go stay at like an Airbnb or a Verbo, you need to sign, you know, if someone's signed in on the YouTube on one of the TVs in there, make them sub. I do that every time I stay at like an Airbnb or a Verbo. If I turn on the smart TV and someone's signed into the YouTube, I'm like, we're going on over to HLC, sub to him. And I was like, a fat electrician, sub to him. And I just subbed to all my friends. As long as we can agree, fuck the 249. 249 is a good suppression weapon. I do love the suppression of a good 249. You like whiskey 76s? I'm not familiar with that. M2 got a nice chug to it. It feels like a machine gun should feel. If you've never fired an M2, it's just whoop, 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 whoop. Like it's just oh god, there's no other description. HLC plus a bomb 79 or this old Tony. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Opinion on the new M7. I haven't been able to form one. Cappy seems pretty like happy with it and impressed by it. I don't know. It's itching right now, real bad. Yeah. M60 is my choice. I fell out of love with the M60, and here's why. As a left-handed shooter, it immediately will fucking just brass the living shit out of your neck. So that's one thing I don't like. I got it. I'm a southpaw. Not a lot of people are about that life. I get it. But honestly, for me, I found the 240 fired slightly faster. It was lighter. It was better balanced, and it was easier to control. I have fired both. Like, this is the thing. I used to fantasize about an M60 when I only fired a 240. And then I fired an M60 and I'm like, 240 really is better. It really is better. I mean, but obviously there's the nostalgia of Rambo there, right? Artie is better than JDAM. I mean, Artie, there's a benefit to both. There really is. They both really instill shock and awe. Like, they're both really, really good at that. Except one of them, you hear about a second before impact. You'll hear depending on where it's coming from, but you'll hear like the Artie, and it's like a fucking like it hits. The JDAM, depending on the elevation they drop it from, at least in my personal experience, and I have a video to back this up, you'll hear the jet. You'll hear the like. And then like the jet, I didn't even see the fucking jet. It flew by and then kaboom. So like there's a benefit to both. W76 is a thermonuclear MIRV. You know, that's kind of well, for beard oil for fuck's sake, man, get some oil on a stop station. I know, I'm being stubborn. Do I have left-handed guns? I might know a guy with a few in Australia if you visit. I do have all my guns that I own can be fired left-handed. JDAM is better than a gun. Yeah, but a JDAM still needs a delivery system, man. Like, obviously, if I could afford a fucking an Eagle or a Tomcat or something, yeah, obviously JDAM, that's what I'm going to have. But not everyone can afford that, okay? $5 for trees for being good doggos. Always love the vids. Thank you so much. Also wanted to point out you missed having Vietnam entering the chat when talking about U.S. never losing a war. U.S. reaction, shut the fuck up. I mean, my big thing in that last video was like scoreboard. Everywhere we go, scoreboard, man. Like, politicians have lost us a lot of goddamn wars. Afghanistan, political failure, tactical, we crushed. I don't know if you guys know this, just in case you wanted another thing to dunk on Russia for, aside from like the kill-death ratio, aside from the amount of troops we lost in twice the amount of time in Afghanistan, and aside from us controlling the entire country and Russia was unable to. I don't know if you know this, Operation Anaconda in 2001, in the Shikot Valley, which is where the only ever recorded, like on video, Medal of Honor has ever been videotaped. It was John Chapman, his Medal of Honor. He passed away, unfortunately. But that was in the Shikot Valley, and the Shikot Valley, three times, Russia tried to seize the Shikot Valley, and 3 times they failed. The U.S. took it in 7 days. You're not going to find a better parallel to compare countries. Like, when people are like, oh, who's better militarily, these guys or these guys? Well, we'll never have the opportunity to send them into the same exact area. We do. We went to the same exact area. They tried 3 times and failed. The U.S. did it in 7 days. But I also think, here's the thing. A lot of our success is based off of American, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess it's like exceptionalism, and like it's personal. Everything unzips Operation Anaconda. I love it. Tech was different. Yeah, but I don't think we used anything that was new from the 1980s. I don't know. Both is good. So the thing is, oh my God, what was I talking about? Oh my God, hold on. I got to scroll up. Have I called in CAS or bombs? I have never personally called in either one of those. There was always somebody who was better at it who called it in. Comparing anything to pre-drone to a modern fight is hard. True. I think we had ISR there, but that was about it. So when I'm talking about American exceptionalism and like everything is personal to us. So we don't even realize how it is. We're very possessive. Americans in general, we're incredibly possessive over anything. Okay. If somebody from outside of your town comes to your town and robs a liquor store, you take it personal. Whether or not you're public or you're outraged about it, that's not a thing. But if you're like, motherfucker came to my town and robbed one of my liquor stores, like it's a personal thing. Everything is so deeply personal with Americans. It's crazy. So like Pearl Harbor, every American took it personal. Every single one of us. And so like when you look at things like that, when you put Americans in combat situations, we take everything very personal. So if we get into like a tick or troops in contact, right? If we get into a tick and somebody gets hit, everyone on the ground there, even, and I'm assuming some of the pilots, I've never talked to them during those, gun runs and shit like that, but I'm assuming that they also take it personal. Like those are Americans. Those are my people. I'm going to fucking kill you. Like this, everything is so deeply personal for us. It's great. I don't know how we formulated like I couldn't recreate this with any other entity in the world if you asked me to. We're just very possessive and we're like, no one does that shit but us. Like, yeah, we got our problems, but like when the Brits talk shit about us, every American gets pissed off. Like, fuck you. Beans on toast. Control your own goddamn country. Fuck you. Like we're very a national identity sort of thing. Yeah, we're just incredibly, it's just the strangest thing. I cannot, and you only see stuff like that with like football teams. I mean, sports teams in general. You see that. You see it, fire departments, police departments, I'll watch like cop videos and they're like, yeah, another officer was hit and that's one of my people. Like an officer is hit, I'm going, period. Like that is my brother in arms. And they go, like they're just, boom. It's so we're just possessive in general. Like we really are. America, Ukrainians are like that from what I've seen it. I've been told the same. I don't know how true that is. I can tell you from experience, nothing warmed my cold heart more than having Jets come back Winchester because I knew it was for Cass. I didn't know you guys use Winchester as well. Air defenders use Winchester. I love that. Winchester means you're out of ammo. Like if you're Winchester in a Patriot unit, something did not go right. Or you used up a lot of boom boom really, really fast. I want a saw on your M249. Okay there, Marcus Phoenix. Took me a minute. I had to, not going to say Dom. Still, dude, it still bothers me. I can't listen to that song, was it Mad World, without thinking of that scene from losing Dom in Gears 3. Like, I can't. It's our brand of tribalism. It really is. Everyone uses Winchester? I didn't know the Canadians even use Winchester. Speaking of weapons, one of my favorite World War II or older weapons still in military service most people don't know about. For me, it's the MG3. I tell you right now, out of all World War II weapons, my favorite one that I've ever fired is the bar. If you watch that video that I dropped over on Pepperbox with me and my dad and Fandal shooting the BAR, it's so good. Like John Moses Browning that man needs his own religion when it came to firearms. I genuinely think like if we end up in 40K, John Moses Browning is going to be like one of our saints. Okay. Nobody talks shit about me, except me. Yeah, dude, we're possessive. Have I seen the new Air Force recruitment video goes hard? I have not. I saw you put that in there twice. It's a standard NATO thing. I didn't know this. Do I not NATO? Look, joint NATO brevity and American brevity don't always vibe, okay? Have I called in Casser bombs? I have not personally. I've done it in training, but not in like a live situation. Like I've heard them over the radio, but it wasn't me. So still in service. Well, that's hard because like, okay. If we're talking about ones that are in service with the United States, it's going to be the M2 all day long. But still in service somewhere in the world, like we sold them to somebody else. Probably, and I've never shot one. I think it's called the Stig, the STG-44. I think it's a really cool gun. I've never shot one. I'm hoping it's not a big letdown. The grease gun, super letdown. Like I've fired out of all the SMGs in World War II. This might be a hot take. Okay, this might be a hot take. The Thompson is cool. It's just hard to control. Those 45s, you're all over the damn place. It's hard to be accurate. The grease gun, so boring. Thump, 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 thump. So boring, right? The PPSH, Top tier Russia. Top tier. Out of all the SMGs that I've fired in World War II, from World War II, the PPSH is going to be phenomenal. Have I ever seen an A-10 do a gun run? Yes, I have. It was like my first or second week in Malajad, Afghanistan. I didn't even know what an A-10 was. We got pinned down. A couple of guys got pinned down and called. And all of the close air support in Malajad was pretty much not doing anything. And so they sent Kiowas, an Apache, and 2 A-10s. And I remember the A-10s because their call sign was Thunder and Lightning. There's 2 of them. Thunder and Lightning. Thunder 6? And Lightning 4 or 5? Something like I don't know what the numbers were. But Thunder and Lightning, I remember that. And I don't know if you guys know this. I'm sure Weapons knows this. I'm sure at least I assume Weapons knows this, but if an A-10 does a gun run 400 yards in front of you into a tree line and a bunch of buildings, you can feel it through the ground. Like, it's not just like it's cool that's, where you're watching trees explode and buildings collapse and all sorts of the ground shakes. Like somebody is right next to you with just 1,000 sledgehammers just beating the ground. How did I get jets from 2 different flights? I don't know if the numbers were. I saw Thunder and Lightning. Or I heard Thunder and Lightning. That's all I know. But it's been 15 years. Fuck. Was it Thunder and Lightning? Might have been both. They might have just both been Lightning. No, I swear it was Thunder and Lightning. Because the Apache was Napalm 6. I know for a fact she was Napalm 6. She, quite literally. Fuck, what was it? It's gonna drive me nuts. Oh, into a tree line? Oh yeah, no, dude. Trees exploded. There was trees, so it was a big open terrain. It was like 400 yards of open terrain. We were in a ditch. The ditch was about 3/4 of the way full of water, so we were quite literally laying in a wet ditch. I was watching rounds from the enemy like break trees and branches and shit over top of us, and then they came in, and that got them to scatter because I think the A-10s. When did the A-10s hit? Was it Kiowas that A-10s? Because I know the Apache finished the job, but I think the Kiowas were there first. And they kind of made a big mess of things. We were able to start shooting back at that point, but when the A-10s hit, that's when we were able to fire maneuver and actually get fire superiority, and keep the enemy's heads down. They weren't really shooting past that point, and that's when we were able to and then Napalm 6 came through and started doing mop up. Yeah, no, I felt every bit of it. In that moment, I kind of fell in love with that plane. I was like, that is the coolest shit I've ever seen in my goddamn life. The fuck is that? We just threw that at motherfuckers in sandals. Like it was a really interesting experience. But I mean, the only drawback I would say about the A-10, and maybe they weren't empty, is it was like 2 runs and then they peeled off. And I don't know if they were empty or if they were running bingo on fuel. I don't remember the details of that, but it was like if they came through, did one, and I don't know if they circled back around and did it again or if they turned around and went the other way. Can't really remember. There was a whole lot of dust the second time they came through, so I don't even know which direction it like left to right or right to left. Sounds like a shitty fun time. It was a good time. Hear me out. I know what we all want and need. How do we set up where we can have Franklin and Buff metal lunchboxes like it's 1982 all over again? I want a metal lunchbox. Oh, weapons. Sturmgewehr. Yeah. I think it's a German one, isn't it? Maybe it's Russian. Bruce, I like the idea. The only problem with that is I don't think, for the effort to get those things done, I don't think they would do very well, and then I'd be stuck with a whole bunch of lunchboxes. I'm not against it, but I'd have to put out some feelers. Franklin drank all my homemade eggnog. Well, then you shouldn't have left it at the goddamn liquor store. Yeah, it was a good time. They shoot rockets at you guys all the time. I mean, I'm sure it's probably just funny. It's probably really just funny for an A-10 pilot to watch an Afghan shoot at him with an AK. I bet it's hilarious. Look at this stupid bitch. Dude, this guy's gonna be reincarnated as an abortion. I'm gonna hit this fucker so hard. I'm gonna hit him harder than genetics and calories. I'm gonna fuck this dude up. It's just gotta be. Oh man. Oh man. Pearl Harbor Day coming up. Time to not social media for the next 3 months. I feel like a mix of F-22 inside and the F-35 outside, minus the stealth. You know, I think, and maybe I'll do it in the what if, but I think Pearl Harbor is kind of a necessary evil. I think that had it not happened when it happened and how it happened, suffering in the world would have increased exponentially higher. And we were kind of just looking for, you know, waiting for a motherfucker that would. Yeah. There were a time back in Afghanistan where there were more ticks than hogs. It was reincarnated as an abortion. You like that one? Or Jess would run around playing whack-a-mole. I still need to know, please, for the love of all, you need to tell me, were they very, very frightening? You talking about the A-10s or the Taliban? Taliban, not so much. Because, like, I mean, yeah, it was scary, but, like, if you get your hands on them, they immediately surrender. Because they know you're going to fucking cave their face in. They're fast. I tell you, dude with an AK and a man dress, they're quick sons of bitches. Would you be willing to announce the nation times at the Olympics World Cup Parade of Nations as buff? Also, the 6 rocket plane was the Bazooka Charlie. Dude, if somebody, look, I've been trying to get on, because Brandon just did World of Warships. I want to do World of Warships, but I don't want to, like, I would do like one of the big ships, like as myself. And then I would be like, look, give me like 3 or 4 other small ships that are like tier 1 and let me do some other voices. And bro, I would have so much fun. Have I seen the new War Thunder trailer? I have not. Have Bunker Branding put out 7 to 10 lunchboxes as a floater idea. Put them on sale, 50 to 75 each. Every once in a while, you could do another run of them. I'd be willing to take a look. Wait. Hold on. My buddy just got married and I didn't even get an invite. Bastard. A lot of people be speaking German and Japanese if Pearl Harbor didn't happen. Exactly. Well, this is the thing. I probably need to, like, we need to do an episode of What If, about, like, what if Pearl Harbor didn't get bombed. I don't know when we'll do that one. But, like, would Lend-Lease still have happened? Because this is the thing. The Russian war machine had lots of bodies. They didn't have lots of equipment anymore. You guys can be as mad as you want to, say I'm revisionist or anything else like that. Mrs. Linecrosser goes, that's an expensive lunchbox, but we're open to ideas. Oh, dear God. But like we're oh my gosh. What was I talking about? Oh my gosh. Oh, yes. Would Lend-Lease still have happened? Russia had a lot of bodies. They didn't have a lot of equipment. You can be as mad as you want, say I'm revisionist, but Stalin himself, you can look up the quote, and I'm gonna paraphrase here because I can't remember it exactly, is the United States is a nation of machines. Without the use of these machines through Lend-Lease, we would have lost this war. End quote. You have the bodies, but you didn't have the bullets. You didn't have the guns. You didn't have the tanks. You didn't have the bombs. Like, it is what it is. I don't know if Lend-Lease would have happened had we not jumped into the war. And I don't know how it would have turned out for Russia. Like, they would have still meatwalled, but they wouldn't have had any equipment to go with the guys. And they probably would have gotten overran. I don't know how true that is. Need to smack him. How do we not get the Queen reference? There's a Queen reference? We had a tick with some British Special Operations Forces. Types, they shot at us, and wait. So we Winchestered the guns. Good God. I literally speak German and Japanese. You know, this is the thing. I think in the moment, there was a lot of hatred towards the entirety of those countries, but I think the U.S. did it right back then. Hey, this is a you problem now. Shouldn't have started shit. We're not going to nation build. Solve it. Take out loans. Figure out what you're going to do. Yeah, we helped them a little bit, but overall, yeah. Galileo, Figaro, Magnifico. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Oh, was that the Queen reference? Did I miss? Hawaiians would not exist. Was there not people living? Yeah, there was people living there, right? No, yes. I don't know. Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very yes, okay, now I get it. The man is an axis of linguistics. There's some quotes that I remember. I don't remember everything about everything. One of my favorite ones, there's two of them that I really, really like. I think the first one is General Sherman. Could have been General Lee. It was a Civil War general. And it said, it might have been Grant. War is, what is it? War is hell. But war is like something like awful, and there's no need in trying to refine it. The more awful it is, the sooner it'll be over. And I think that really is an important lesson to take away from it, because war is not there to get somebody to agree with your opinion. War is to eliminate people who disagree with your opinion. That may be a hard pill for some people to swallow, but that's what war has always been. War has not been, I'm going to fight you until you agree with my opinion. No, war is always, I'm going to kill enough of you until you can no longer disagree with my opinion. That's just war. Sorry. Didn't we take over Hawaii after last queen died? I don't remember. Lee is quoted in Civilization 5. Okay, yeah. What is my thoughts on Pete Hegseth? Good and bad. Okay, there are good qualities in him. There are bad qualities in him. I am very much a big fan of getting back to the basics, focusing on war fighting. Whether or not you disagree with the man, what he does in his personal time, that is a very important role. The United States military, while they have always been historically on the forefront of cultural change, I don't know if you guys know this, but the U.S. military desegregated long before the rest of the United States, okay? So like they have been on the forefront of things like that. However, you shouldn't be canceling ranges to go over sexual harassment and sexual assault training. While that training is important, war fighting is still your function. So I very much agree with that. I very, very much agree with that. What I disagree with is in the efforts of being transparent, which is a term that this administration is using, a lot of the things that are happening in the world that the U.S. is taking part in don't come across as transparent. They come across as narcissistic and showboaty. You want to tell people the truth, tell them the truth. Don't embellish. Don't beef things up. Don't say, we did this because we're the best, we're the badass. No, just like we did this because we were eliminating a threat. We did this just boom. Can we talk about missiles now? I'm trying. I'm more of a Chesty Puller fan. I do like Chesty. I do. But I will remind everyone that Chesty Puller was saved by a Coast Guardsman. I can't remember his damn name. I did a video about him a while back, like a long time, a couple years ago. Someone said, wait, no, he really isn't. He owned Iran's airspace for an entire night. I mean, we really did. Like that's the thing. Like it was surgical. I don't agree. Like the whole signal chat thing, nothing's going to happen from it. Like, yes, that part of my video today was made in a joke, but at the same time, I know nothing is going to happen, because if anything happened to him, everybody else is now potentially going to be in trouble. So they're not going to allow that to happen. They're not, this is just not going to happen. Hi from Bangkok. Oh shit. My favorite quote about war. War isn't hell. There are no innocents in hell. Yes, war is war and hell is hell. And there are no innocents in hell. That's from MASH. That's a great quote, actually. Oh, I forgot to say the second quote that I liked. The second quote is General Patton. And it's something that's got me through a lot of rough times in my life and loss that I've experienced. And it's that we must not only mourn the men who died, but we must thank God that such men lived. Regardless of your personal beliefs or religious beliefs, I think that really rings true. And that's a good way of showing that individuals are to be remembered. Chesty Puller, Audie Murphy, Chesty Pulley all day long. Audie Murphy, here's the thing. Audie Murphy was great in war. However, Audie Murphy was a piece of shit back in the States. Now, an argument can be made for post-traumatic stress disorder and all these other things like that, but there are far better examples, like oh my God, what is his? I can see his face. Rambo is like after him. Oh my God, Roy Benavidez. Fuck, I can see his face. Roy Benavidez, an absolute unit in war, came back one of the kindest humans you'd ever meet. Chesty Puller, war AF, came back, cared about his troops, cared about training, cared about leading, like good head on his shoulders. That's why I don't agree with the Audie Murphy fanboys. Like the Audie Murphy fan club, not a fan. Last request for me, can you make an HLC bundle? 4 shirts and a shirt with Buff. Or so 4 shirts, a shirt with Buff, another with Franklin, another with the Nerd, another with the Kid, and the stickers. All of them, please. Thank you. I need to make a Nerd shirt. I need to. And I have a couple of ideas for one, and I don't have a shirt for the F-35 right now. It's on my list. Careful quoting Patton. Yeah, there are some things you can't quote about Patton. Sergeant York, another good one. Alvin York. Alvin York was a fucking unit, man. Oh my God. HLC just got some paperwork done to join the U.S. Army, but I still got some shit left to do. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you the easiest thing. Sniper Yo, good to see you again, man. I recognize the name. What I will tell you, the military is easy. Now, anyone can tell me, get with me on that nerd shit. I can QA that thing. I got you weapons. And I'm sure everyone who's a vet in here can agree with me. The military is easy as long as you don't quit. They'll give you so many chances. There's mouth-breathing idiots that I worked with that got more chances than anyone else in history just because they were willing to continue to try and fail. The military is easy as long as you try. Correct. Missile man we cannot control. What? For all things like, what are you? I'm sorry. I'm like, my bad. I'm like getting people riled up. My bad. Look, I may not like Hegseth. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, respect the position, not the, like, what is that from Band of Brothers? You salute the rank, not the person. I think it's a very important rule. There's a lot of leaders that I saluted that I didn't have a lick of respect for. I salute the rank, not the person. I didn't have any damn respect for him. But guess what? I was required to salute him, so I did. Patton's biggest problem was he could not keep his mouth shut to save his life. Duh. You ain't kidding. Quite literally, to save his life. I still think it was a hit. Look, I went to the Patton Museum when it was still on Fort Knox. I saw that car. I saw the car wreck. I saw the pictures. You telling me that wasn't an inside job? David Burke, is the thing. The mods, they're simply enforcing the rules that I had set, and I haven't modified the rules, so they're still maintaining it. So I will always agree with them. I'll always back them 100% when it comes to things like that. Thanks for the advice. I plan on being 19 kilo for armored units, hoping to be an Abrams loader. I guarantee, Sniper Yo, you will be an Abrams loader because positions inside of a tank are based entirely on proficiency and superiority. The lowest man on the totem pole is the driver. It's also the most comfy position. Just throwing that out there. The second lowest position is the loader. The loader is the driver who knows how to actually drive and knows how to load and load radios and operate ComSec equipment and like build up the ready rack the right way. Then the next person is the gunner, and then after that, TC. So if you end up being a 19 kilo, that's your path. Just get real good at TCGST, Tank Crewman Gunnery Skills Trainer. TCGST. It's a simulator. You will go in there, and the simulator is all based off of like what amount of time you have. And sometimes it'll be like, hey, our time slot is 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And you'll be in there 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. training on tank gunnery. Yeah. HLC never make lunchboxes. Get rich on super chats asking for lunchboxes. Shout out to Kentucky Louisville boy right here. Look. If you're from Louisville, and I'm saying that right because I was in Kentucky, Louisville. I was there in 2009, January 2009, when you had one of the worst ice storms Kentucky had experienced in like 2 decades. That shit sucked. Like out of everything in basic training, dude, I don't do cold anymore. Like that broke me. I can't do cold anymore. Even now, like I was out there today and it's like 65 and sunny in Las Cruces. And I had a jacket on today because I was fucking cold. I refuse to be cold. That's the only thing, like this thing, it's a hard transition getting out of the military. Can I get a hell yeah? Low on money from the love from the pepper bag. You're good, man. Daz, you're good. I promise. Hold on. Wolfram, are you upset at somebody? Time? Is it not time to eat the beef? Not time yet. I still got a few minutes, Mrs. Line Crosser. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, you remember that ice storm? Bro, it sucked. That sucked. I don't do cold anymore. Yeah, that's what I was going to say is my main enjoyment right now, like getting out of the military has been a huge transition. It's been difficult, and I'm going to be totally transparent with you guys. Like there was things I was prepared for. There was things I was not prepared for. And it's an everyday occurrence. Just so you guys know, I speak to a therapist, a couple times a month. And I encourage you to do the same. It's actually helped me out a lot, kind of put things in perspective. I really, really like that. And, but when it comes to cold, the best thing that I have is that this winter, for the first time in my adult life, I don't have to wear some fucking overpriced grocery bag that the Army issued me. They issued me a uniform 2 uniform changes ago, so I've had to buy everyone since then. This thing sucks in the cold, and they're like, you gotta run to just warm it up. No, it never gets warm enough. You freeze your balls off out there, and then you got some commander who's been in the Army 3.5 years who's like, yeah, you'll get acclimated to this cold. No, I won't, sir. And I don't have to do that this winter. I don't. For the first time in my adult life, I get to be warm when I want to be warm. That is the worst part about the military for me. -100 Fahrenheit, and I not only lived, I thrived. Okay, Wolfram. Come on down here when it's 110. On the positive side of the needle, you jackass. I love you. HLC, hope you had fun at the Phoenix live show. I did. The only downside of the Phoenix live show is we literally couldn't hear each other. Like the what are they called? The monitors that face towards us. We couldn't hear each other on those monitors, but it was a great show. You guys had a great, the crowd was great. You know what I was not prepared for? The large number of females in Phoenix. Like, you kind of judge our demographic. Usually you expect middle-aged, kind of conservative, white dudes, blue collar. There was a lot of women there. And I was like, were y'all dragged here by your husband? They're like, no, we love your shows. And I was like, that's so weird that in Phoenix, of all places, they... Wolfram goes, no, that would kill me. When the uniform of the day doesn't match up with the weather of the day, bro, you ain't kidding. I hate that. When you get like dude, I can remember getting first sergeant putting out the uniform, like, hey, looks like it's going to be fine. We'll do shorts and long sleeves for the morning. Cool. Show up and it's snowing. And you're still out there in shorts and long sleeves. It's stupid. Hope you had, oh yeah, there, I just read that. 50 degree all day, every day, this hot, cold bullshit can go. I think for me, outside right now, unless I'm doing manual labor, perfect temperature is about 70. 70 is about good for me. That's a 210 degree swing. Yeah. I like the desert, man. Phoenix, New Romania. No, I mean, it was not like that, but yeah. Those are beard enthusiasts. Temperature threat at the top is Darwin. 30 to 50 degrees C and 100% and 100% humidity. What is 30 to 50 C? That's, I don't math in public. How much is that in freedom? You're a woman and you love my videos? Listen. Delilah? Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in wherever the fuck you're at? You watch a retard talk to himself inside his own house. I'm sorry, but no, it's okay. I know that there are female fans. It's just, it was very strange to me that in Phoenix, there was like that number of them that came to the show. Like it was probably thus far, I mean, we still got Boston and Jersey, but thus far, Phoenix was the highest like number of female attendees there. And there was a lot of dudes everywhere that we go. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, it doesn't matter what your gender is, what your race is, any of that stuff. It was just, that was something that I noticed. I was like, there's a lot of women here. This is really like Phoenix of all places. You're from snow-covered Kentucky? Fuck that noise. 30C is 86 and 50 is 122. Sweet Jesus. 30 to 50 is sucky to dead. See, that's the thing. America, Fahrenheit's easy. There was a guy, he was a foreigner, he's a comedian. He was like, Fahrenheit is a percentage. It's really what it is. If it's 80 outside, it's 80% hot. That's pretty hot. If it's 100, that's too damn hot. Right? If it's 20, that's only 20% hot. And that makes a lot of sense to me. Levi, yeah, I know we're in our 2 hours. We are. Rich isn't the only sing-songy one. Yes, I can be sing-songy. Thank you all so much for being here on this wonderful Friday night. Next Friday, I'm sorry I will not be here. I will be at the Unsubbed live shows in Boston and Jersey. If you are in the area and you haven't gotten your tickets, go ahead and pick them up. All right, guys? I will see you all next time. Watch out for one another. I care about every single one of you guys. And don't do the enemy any fucking favors. They don't want you here, but I do. See you guys.